Hello everyone on YouTube. Wow, guys, we're waiting already. Thank you so much. Sorry for the slight delay there. We are currently live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I've never been live on so many platforms all at once. Wowzers. Those of you who ask, can you manifest things at the same time? Yes, you can. If I can do 4 lives at the same time, you can definitely manifest 4 things or more at the same time. Okay, so as you guys saw in the title of this video, we are going to be scripting together live today. So YouTube, just to catch you guys up, wow, we've suddenly got 52 people live on YouTube just like that. YouTube 74 now. Oh, you're giving Instagram a run for its money. Wow, we've got several hundred people tuned in all over. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Okay, so I was saying to these guys on these other platforms, make sure that you have got yourself a notepad, a pen, okay? And if you want to prepare your environment, light some candles, burn some incense, safely use some sage, some Palo Santo to get the room feeling cleansed and ready to rock, then I support you. Okay, so it's a brand new year, guys. Now, who has slightly mixed feelings about this? Because as exciting as it is that it's a brand new year, we don't have much evidence or proof that 2021 is going to shape up and be much easier necessarily than 2020. Okay. Yes, there's some good news that, we've got some vaccinations on the way and all these different things, but still, I think the one thing that we could say we've all learned from 2020, let me know if you guys agree. And in fact, comment below, what was your biggest lesson from 2020? For me, the biggest lesson in 2020 was that if it's meant to be, it's up to me. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. Because there's so many uncontrollables out there. There's so many things which feel outside of our control. There's so much less certainty with things that used to be very certain. Okay? So if I want to be happy, it's up to me. I can't rely on anybody else to make me happy because, the opportunity to go out, to see people, that might be taken away. So if I want to be happy, that's up to what can I do, relationship with me to make me happy. If I want to be financially independent and there's, the possibility that I might lose my job, that I might be made redundant, that my job might become obsolete, what can I do? I need to look at how I can become self-reliant. So many people have been starting up their own online businesses this year. Proud of you guys who are being brand new at something. How many of you felt like you were forced to level up in 2020? Like you were forced to maybe try something brand new because you suddenly it wasn't an option anymore. It became a necessity. It became a priority, right? So well done, everybody who, pushed yourselves to grow in 2020. Let's all take a moment, first of all, to be utterly proud of everything that we overcame, everything that we grew through. You didn't go through 2020, you grow through. Past tense, you grew through 2020. Yeah? So, first of all, with these scripting letters are my personal favorite manifestation tool. How many of you guys believe in the law of attraction? How many of you guys love watching videos about the law of attraction? How many of you have manifested things intentionally? Maybe you've manifested things unintentionally. Drop a comment if you know what the law of attraction is, if you are currently someone practicing the law of attraction, right? Okay, so why do manifestation tools like scripting work? And also, why do they sometimes not work for some people? What we're going to create when we create the scripting letter is, first thing we're going to be doing is it's going to help each and every one of us to feel clearer than ever on what we want to manifest, on the life that we want. How many of you sometimes felt, and I felt like this too, that you want so many things and you know that you want your life to be better in certain ways, but actually, when was the last time you were so clear about it that you could actually write it down on a piece of paper? If you haven't got goals that you can clearly write on a piece of paper, how's the universe meant to know what you want? And how are you meant to know what you want if things are unclear? Okay, so the first thing that scripting can do is it can help you to get clearer on what you want. The second thing scripting can do is it can help you to remember what you want on a consistent, regular, daily basis. So that every day, too many options, says Jade. I know, we're spoiled for choice. I want this, I don't want that. Well, that's a good point, actually, Jade. You can have it all. If you're taking notes, I want you to write down to yourself that I can be, do, and have it all. I can absolutely be, do, and have it all. And that's a great mindset to be in as you're about to create your scripting letter, that nothing is off limits. Nothing is unlimited to you. You're only limited by what you believe is possible for you. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing with our scripting letters. We're just going to be writing what we believe is possible for us. So that might be very different for each and every one of us. Okay, so with the idea of scripting is you're going to write down a letter in the form of gratitude. Okay, those of you who've watched my videos before, you know that I write this letter. I personally write it to Abraham and Esther Hicks because that is where I got this piece of information from. Okay, I visualized myself one day being able to speak to Abraham Hicks and personally thank them for all of their help in manifesting these things. Okay, so you can address your scripting letter to whoever you want. Okay, it could be, some people write it to me. I think that's a little bit I'm just Lucy. But if you want to, you can. Or I would write it also to maybe something more like the universe, the creator, your God, your angels, your guardian angels, your spirit guides, whoever it is that you feel a spiritual connection to, whoever it is that you feel like, there's you, and then you're connected to what? You are connected to the greater part of what? And however you see that in your religion or your spiritual beliefs, you write your letter to that person or entity. Okay, so let's all start off by writing at the top of our page, dear. So you're starting your letter, dear, and then write the name or names of the beings, the entities, the creators, the people that you are addressing this thank you letter to. Okay, we're thanking this person in advance for having helped you to manifest all this stuff. Okay, so we've all addressed it. First of all, dear, I've written dear Abraham and Esther because that's what I wrote on the first ever scripting letter where everything came true for me. Okay, I think most of you know that, but just in case some of you don't, the first one of these that I ever wrote, every single thing on that letter has come true. And since then, I've written more and I've been able to tick 90% off or 95% off. Okay, so my success rate is pretty high. And those ones where I've ticked 90% off, it's not over yet. I'm still manifesting those things. It's just that some manifestations happen sooner, some take a little bit longer. Okay, but I thought New Year's a great opportunity for us to all start afresh and write a new one together. Okay, so what are you going to write now? Now what we're going to do is we're going to pick 4 or 5 different things that we would love to manifest into our life. We could say in 2021, but between you guys and me, I prefer not to put time constraints onto things, okay? When you put a deadline, when you put a time constraint, number one, you could be slowing it down, because what if it could happen even sooner than that? Or number two, it adds a bit more stress, a bit more pressure to what you're writing. And then, hello, cousin Ralph. And therefore, if you put more pressure on what you're writing, then it can make you feel that's when you can start to doubt if it's going to be possible for you. Okay, so I usually break down what I'm writing on my scripting letters into a few different categories. Finance, okay, I always write down something to do with finance, just so that we get clear on our categories. Health, love/relationships, could be your environment, your quality of life on a day-to-day. Okay, so you could put lifestyle, I suppose, is the word for that. For some people, you might have a goal to do with physical appearance. You could include physical appearance as one of your categories. Okay, and I'm also going to put other in case some of you are like, I want to manifest something and it doesn't fit into any of those categories. Okay, so that would go under other. By the way, I feel a little bit nervous because I'm talking to 182 plus 9 plus 60 plus 14 people right now. That's a lot of people. So hello, everyone, and thank you so much for spending this time together. Right. So we've got here finance, health, love and relationships, lifestyle, physical appearance, and other. So what you can do in your notes before writing a scripting letter is just jot down next to each of those what you'd love to manifest in that area of your life. For example, with finance, maybe you are saving up and maybe you have a financial goal that you want to save up X amount in your bank account. Or maybe for finance, you want to increase your monthly income, okay? And you want to earn X amount per month. Or, yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it? For health, I love to continuously express gratitude for how my family and I are all in perfect health. Okay. And because I just feel like that's something that's important to continuously be grateful for, especially now more than ever, right? For some of you, you might have a particular health situation. Now, big disclaimer here. I'm not saying don't seek medical help. If you have a health issue and it needs medical attention, I'm not saying don't. I'm saying go for it. Do seek medical attention. What this letter could do is it could help. It could potentially help. Disclaimer, no, not making any claims here, okay? I don't want to be liable for anything like that. But there have been many, many accounts of people who have been able to heal or improve their health by focusing their energy, focusing their thought, focusing their mind on what they want to heal, okay? So like I said, big disclaimer, not saying it can cure everything, but you can go do your own research. You can go watch a documentary called Heal, which is all about people who heal themselves naturally with the power of the mind and this kind of stuff, okay? So whatever fits into your goals for health, you can jot them down next to the word health. Now, with love and relationships, for some of you, maybe you want to improve the existing relationships that you've got. Maybe you've got a significant other. Maybe you've got relationships with your family that you want to improve. Maybe you've got someone in mind that you're working towards having a relationship. You'd really love to manifest a better relationship with that person. So that would fit under the category of love and relationships. Then lifestyle. So what lifestyle do you want to live every day? Maybe it's something as simple as you want to be able to wake up in your home and maybe you want to redecorate your kitchen, okay? And so one of the things on lifestyle could be that you've got this beautiful new kitchen that makes you feel so good and it looks like this, and maybe you've got an idea in your mind of what you want your kitchen to look like. Sorry that I'm speaking very, very quickly. I just want to pack in as much information as possible. I'm aware that we've got people from all over the world. Maybe English isn't your first language, so thank you for allowing me to speak so fast. Maybe you want to buy a new house. For me, my goal in terms of the lifestyle I want to create is I am so clear on the house that we're going to buy. I know exactly what it looks like. I know exactly where it is. I know exactly how much it costs. Okay. And we're in the process of saving up for that house right now. And I'm so excited about it. Okay. So that's definitely going to be one of the things that fits into lifestyle on my scripting letter. Okay. Physical appearance, if you want to adjust your physical appearance in some way, shape, or form, you can write that down there in that section. So write a quick note of that. And then other, anything else that you want to manifest. Okay. So once you've got your sort of list of the different things that you want to manifest and some form of clarity now next to each one. It's not just that you want to make more money. You've actually got a number there of how much more money you want. Okay. And the same with all of those other categories. So I'll give you a couple of seconds to write that now. I'm going to write mine as well so that I'm super clear. I'm also going to put on some nice music in the background. Oops. I think I just cancelled my YouTube live. Oops. Are we still live? No, we're not. Oh dear. Guys, I just lost my YouTube. Let's do that again. Let's just call it part 2. As you are, keep going. Okay. So a couple more minutes for you to write down what you want to manifest in your notes before we dive into transferring it into your scripting letter. And in the meantime, I'm going
your
to
digital performance and
figure out how to go live on YouTube again. Oh, good times. Everything is always working out for us. I am totally capable of handling all of these things. Are we still live now? I'm so confused on YouTube. Are we back? How do I do this? We're good. We're still on. Whew, we're still. Oh my God, what a relief. I was just on the wrong window. Yay, guys, you didn't go anywhere. Fantastic. Okay. So I attempted to put some music on. You know what? I think I'm just going to stick with the silence. You can put your own music on in the background if you want. Let's just not even risk that. Okay. Fabulous. So now that you're clearer on these different areas of your life that you want to grow and improve, we are now going to transfer it onto our scripting letter. So I'm going to give you an example of the money one, the finance one. Okay. So with each of these, you want to write down a statement in your thank you letter in the present tense as if you've already achieved it. So for example, my goal is that I want to manifest having £150,000 in my bank account. So my scripting letter will look like this. Dear Abraham and Esther, thank you so much. Jamie and I now have, I'm going to say, over £150,000 in our bank accounts. Okay, so that's my first sentence. It's just nice and simple. We now have blah. Okay, and it's clear and it's specific and it's exactly what I want. Thank you, guys. People on YouTube are still helping me saying, we're still live. Thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh. Whew. Okay. So write down yours. Okay, thank you so much. I now have blah. I've now achieved this. I'm now making this much monthly. I now have this much money in my account, or whatever it is that you're writing down to manifest. Okay. So next, you want to write a second sentence about that thing. By the way, please excuse my baby hairs are just deciding that they want to do whatever they want today. Baby hairs are strong in their determination and belief. We can all learn from my baby hairs today. So the next sentence is going to be a descriptive sentence where you describe how you now feel now that you have manifested this thing. This is a very, very important sentence. This is what turns this letter from being a emotionless shopping list to being a law of attraction tool that actually works, because these sentences that describe how you feel emotionally is going to help you to tap into that emotion, to tap into that frequency every single time you read this letter to yourself. Okay? That's why these scripting letters can work and it's also why they can't work. Oh my gosh, yes, 222 viewers on YouTube. The reason why these can or can't work is because it's not so much about the letter. It doesn't matter what color ink you use or what kind of paper you use. What does matter is the vibration, your vibration, that this letter helps you to tap into regularly and consistently. Because just to make sure that we're all on the same metaphorical page here, when it comes to the law of attraction, we manifest what we are on the same vibrational frequency as. That's just how manifestation works by default. If we want to intentionally manifest, then we must basically look at where's my vibration at right now, okay? And if I want better, let's vibrate better. If I want to create the next level in my life, how can I level up? How can I become a vibrational match to that next level that I want? If you've always had a mindset about money where you don't feel like you deserve it, or you don't feel like people like you can make money, then your belief system is putting you on a vibration where you don't feel like you can have money. And then what happens is you attract more of that, or you block the opportunity to have more money. Okay. So the biggest practice, if I'm like, right, okay, here I am right now, this version of me, and I haven't got this, I haven't achieved this, but in future, I want to manifest A, B, and C. The biggest thing I'm focused on is, okay, how do I feel about myself and about what I'm worthy of and about what I can attract and about all of these things? How can I improve that? How can I work on me? How can I work on my belief system about me? How can I go from not believing that it's possible for me to believing that it's possible for me? What could I say to myself? What could I think about? Who could I take inspiration from? And how can I reprogram my own brain to understand that it doesn't matter if my parents couldn't manifest it. It doesn't matter if my grandparents couldn't manifest it. It doesn't matter if no one else in my tiny little town couldn't manifest it. You are not them. You don't have to adopt the same mindset as them. You're a human being. What's different between you and somebody who can manifest it? Just what you believe is possible for you. Okay? Someone has just said, what on earth are you on about? Welcome. Welcome to the world of Life by Lucy and the Law of Attraction. You are in for a treat, my friend. I love that. What on earth are you talking about? Indeed. What on earth am I talking about, guys? So, getting on a vibrational match to the things that we want is where we write this next sentence. So, how will you feel when that has manifested? Write it down in another sentence right now. So far you've written, dear whoever, thank you so much. I have now blah, 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 blah. Your first thing you want to manifest, full stop. And now write a sentence about it's your present reality right now. Okay. What you're going to do, or how does that make you feel? Or what are you now able to do? Maybe your reason why. Somebody messaged me the other day saying that he wanted to sell his Lexus. How do you manifest selling your car? And I said, well, why do you want to sell it, first of all? What's the reason behind it? And he said, I want to sell my Lexus so that I can help pay for my wife's tuition fees because she wants to go back to university and get a degree. And I was like, wow, that's so beautiful. So when it comes to talking about how you want to manifest selling your Lexus, then, write down, it feels so amazing to see my wife now enrolled on the course that she's wanted to do her whole life. And it feels amazing to watch her blossoming and growing and doing what she loves. If he can connect the emotion to why he wants to do the thing, and especially when you connect it to someone in your life who's very important to you, then, it gets the emotions going. It gets the reason why feeling so passionate. Yeah. So write down that sentence. It could be just about you. It could be connected to someone who's important to you. Something where when you read it, you're like, yes, that is why I want to manifest this. Okay. So guys, now the process for the rest of your scripting letter is that you're going to do the same thing with each of those topics that you wrote down in your notes to begin with at the beginning of this live video. Okay. So, maybe some of you have got something down for finance, something for health, something for love and relationships, something for lifestyle, something for physical appearance. And then I've also put the category other for anything else that doesn't fit those things. Maybe you've also got, spiritual growth. Maybe you've got travel, fun and adventure, personal development. Those things are a little more sort of like intangible, if that's the word. But you can still, if they're goals of yours, you can go ahead and write them down and manifest them too. Okay. So I'm going to let you guys finish writing each part of your scripting letters when I close down this live video in a few minutes. But before I close it down, I want to share with you how hi Master Shri Akashana, Namo Adesh, lovely to see you on here. So what I'm going to do before I close down this live is actually share with you how you can, what to do with your letter once you've written it, okay? Because that's very, 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 very important. So today we're writing it together. Now, once you've finished writing it, okay, what I did to manifest every single thing on the letter to come true for me was that I had this letter by my bed. I put it by my bed so that every single day I would see it at least twice a day. How many of you know that first thing in the morning and also last thing at night are very important times of day, possibly the most important times of day when it comes to your subconscious mind, when it comes to manifestations, when it comes to getting your vibration in the right place, all of these things, very important times of day. So what I want you to do, if you're up for this, by the way, for those of you who do want your scripting letters to come true, you don't have to. Lucy's not telling you have to do anything. But if you want your scripting letters to come true, my advice would be have this letter by your bed. Every morning when you wake up, pick the letter up and read it out loud to yourself. Place your hand on your heart and really do your best to allow the scripting letter to evoke the emotions that you will feel once you have manifested these things. Do you see why? Because remember I said to you before that you manifest what you're on the same vibrational frequency as, and once you can become a vibrational match to things, then you can manifest them. They'll just match you and start to appear in your life. Okay? So consistent. Maintaining that vibrational frequency consistently is what's so important. So I'd recommend that you do this for at least 30 days, okay? So that for 30 days consistently, you are vibrating on a frequency where you're already ready for all of these things to be your reality, okay? Now, let me just give you a warning. Some days you're not going to be in the mood. Some days you're going to read this and you're going to be like, oh, here we go again. And it feels like a chore. Okay, don't worry, just keep going. As long as on the majority of days you can read it and allow it to trigger that vibration, then it's all going to be helping. On the days when you're not in the mood, at the very least, it's going to help you to get clearer on your goals. On the days when you're not feeling it, at least it's going to be maybe even reprogramming your subconscious mind to the fact that you're getting so used to seeing that I now earn this much, I now earn this much, or I now have this much in my bank account, or I'm the kind of person who's fit and healthy. Like at the very least, it's going to just on a scientific level, reprogram your subconscious mind to be, wired to focusing on those things in your life. Okay. And then, like I said, if you really want to speed things up, then the more that you can feel it with emotion, the better. Okay, so every morning, every night, read it out to yourself. Some people ask me, can I whisper it? Can I do it in my head? You can do whatever you want, guys. It's up to you. Okay, as long as you know that the goal is to trigger that emotion from your letter, then you're on the right track. Then what to do after 30 days? Okay, what I did, if you just want to copy my blueprint of what worked for me and how I manifested everything on the letter, is I actually kind of just forgot about the letter. Okay, I just not even intentionally. I know a lot of people talk about, set your intentions and then forget it. as if it's like an intentional step. I just forgot about it by accident, okay? I accidentally did the right thing. So after 30 days, I kind of lost interest, got a bit bored of reading my letter every day, moved on, and it just fell behind my bedside table. And it was just another thing, another law of attraction technique that I was playing around with, right? So I didn't really take it seriously at that point, because at that point, nothing had manifested yet. So I forgot about it, got on with my life, not even knowing how much this letter had an impact on me and my vibration. I just went about my life, carried on. I'm an entrepreneur, as many of you guys know, so I'm always keeping busy, keeping focused on creating and taking action. So I just carried on creating and taking action. But what I started to notice is that things that in my life that had felt stuck before were starting to actually finally happen for me. I was finally actually starting to see the money in my account growing and growing rather than it staying the same. I was actually finally starting to see, more definition in my abs without having to do much more exercise, because I wrote it in my scripting letter. Okay. Some of you even know that I managed to manifest growing my boobs a cup size. Okay. It's not a huge achievement in my, we're not talking, double D's or anything, but still for me, it was growth. It was an improvement, right? So all of these things happened within a 6-month period after me writing the letter. Now, it may take less than 6 months for you. It may take more than 6 months for you. Okay? To be honest, it shouldn't matter too much. I know that in general, like, the faster the better, right? We live in a world where we want Amazon Prime on everything, and we want Amazon Prime on our manifestations too. So if you want to, you can affirm that everything's going to happen quickly, easily, and surprisingly early. That's my current mantra in life. Quickly, easily, and surprisingly early. Everything I want is manifesting and on its way. Okay? But my advice is, don't worry about when it's going to come. Trust that all of these things on your letter will unfold in divine timing. For some of you, you may indeed be able to take everything off your letter in a 6-month period. For some of you, you may completely forget about this letter, and 10 years later, when you're sorting through your stuff, maybe in 2031, maybe you're going to be decluttering your house, and maybe at that point, you're going to find the letter, a blast from the past, and maybe then you'll be able to see, OMG, absolutely everything on that letter has come true. Okay? So I'd just say, don't worry about how long it takes. For the universe, there's no all time exists at the same time. Any of you who are into quantum physics and stuff, past, present, future, all the possible outcomes, they all simultaneously exist. So the only reason why things might slow down is because we believe that it's going to be hard, or we believe that it's going to take time to achieve something. Okay? And it's okay if things take time. Guess what happens when things take time? You grow. You gain so much experience. You become a stronger, better version of you. So often the journey to the destination is actually one of the biggest and best parts of manifesting something, because of who you became in the process. Okay? I'm just thinking if there's anything else I need to share here. So you've addressed your letter. You write 2 sentences about each topic in your life that you want to manifest something in. One in the present tense saying, thank you so much, I now have manifested this or got that or whatever. And the second sentence being an emotional sentence. Feel in that moment having manifested it. Do that for each thing. Let me just turn off my WhatsApp noises. And then sign the letter off. Okay, seal the deal. Seal the deal. I usually end my thank you letters just by saying thank you, thank you, thank you. So that every day when I read my scripting letter, I'm really, really, really feeling grateful. I'm really, just letting that gratitude sink in. Sometimes if you say an affirmation just once, it only hits on one level. When you repeat it and then you say it again a third time, that's when you really feel the words, right? So I do that with the word thank you as well. When I really want to feel gratitude deeply, I won't just say thank you once. I'll say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Third time it always hits so much harder. It hits so much deeper. Okay, so that's how I sign off my scripting, and then write my name. I'll sign it, my signature at the bottom. Okay, now for those of you who want to see, like, you've got this video as a reference point. Write down today's date. Today is the 12121. OMG! Who noticed that? And people are saying that it's 11:11. Oh, it must be 11:11 in India right now. Okay, and the date is. I would recommend write the date on the back of the letter so you don't see it every day, because according to this letter, like, there's no time constraints, there's no time limits. Okay, you don't want to put a date on the letter. But on the back, you could just write a little note that the day that you wrote this was 12121. Oh my God! I didn't even realize today was such a magical day. That is so cool. Okay, so that means that when you take everything off, you can then look back, and this is a little note to self to go, wow, I wrote this on this date, and it helps you to know how quickly you manifest it. Okay, so this live video was, I feel like I just blurted out as much information as I possibly could to help you and to bring as much value as I could in a short-ish space of time. Your task now is to switch off all technology, put on a nice, bit of music that gets you in the mood, make your atmosphere, make your room really, really nice, and complete your letter, just you and nobody else. Take your time with it. Really focus on how manifesting each of those things will make you feel. Allow it to evoke that emotion from you now. And so that means that every time you read your letter over the next 30 days, it's again going to ignite and invoke that emotion all over and over and over again. The goal is to be a vibrational match, to become a vibrational match to the life that you want. Okay. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, Facebook. Trying to remember. And thank you, YouTube. I love you all so much. Final thing is, I am planning on writing a book. It's on my vision board. I'm going to add it to my What was that? TikTok just fell over. Sorry, TikTok. Yes, I got so excited there. I'm going to be writing a book, and on my vision board, it's going to be a New York Times bestseller. And so I'm just dropping that in so that you guys are the first to know, to keep your eyes open for when I write that book. Now, for one of the things I want to do in the book is I want to include manifestation success stories. Okay, because how many of you agree that when you hear other people's manifestation success, it actually inspires you? It gives you more proof, more evidence that it's going to come true for you as well. So if any of you would be happy to share with me your manifestation success stories, either the things you've manifested already or also when your letter comes true, okay, then drop me an email. My email is in all of the links in my descriptions on all of my YouTube videos, okay? And email me and put the subject manifestation success story. And I'd love to read through your manifestation success stories, and hopefully you're in the process of you emailing that to me, you're also giving me permission to include it in my book. Okay, so your story will be published in a book. How cool is that? To inspire millions of people all over the world. Thank you so much again. Love you all so much. And adding love and adding power and adding blessings to all of your manifestations in 2021. 2021 can be the best year of our lives because we decide that it is so. Okay, because we decide that against all odds, we are a vibrational match to all things successful. We are a vibrational match to all things healthy. We are a vibrational match to all things peaceful. We are a vibrational match to all things positive and abundant. Love you all so much. Thank you and goodbye. Mwah. Namaste to you all. Mwah, mwah. Bye, everyone. Bye, TikTok. Bye, Instagram. And by Facebook. Oh, we're still on live. We're still on YouTube. Bye, guys.